Thanks for tuning into the Pre-Patch Podcast. Check out these patch notes.
Tony
Indeed.
went and played on the PTB, played some DBD. That was a lot of acronyms. So played
TB, DBD.
played the public test beta
for the PPP.
for the of Dead by Daylight, and you're actually seeing Castlevania. So you're seeing Dracula. They collabed with Dracula.
The Dark Lord.
Yeah. And is that his name, Dark Lord? He's not called Dracula because
So they call him the Dark Lord, and then in the little snippet below him they call him Dracula. But they still call Belmont. Trevor Belmont is in the game as well as a survivor.
So as also are like, I mean, I've played some DBD, but again, you are like, you are the DBD person. Okay, talk to us about him. Like, what do you think? Like, how did this collab? Is it good, bad?
So honestly, I didn't know going into it what to expect. The PTB, it takes a long time if you're gonna try the PTB now, it takes a very long time to actually boot up as Dracula. So what I did was I just played as a survivor first, so I could at least see Dracula while I'm running away from him, etc. But you can play as him. It's just going to take a while to actually play Dracula in this game. Say again.
Is that just because of how many people are trying to play him? Or
yeah, it's how many people are trying to play him in the PTB. Like when it comes to any PTB, the killer is always what's hot, what's now. Everybody wants to play the killers, etc. It's the same thing when Chucky was released. With this, however, I have to say Dracula in this game, they did well with his character design. I actually like what I'm seeing with that. It reminds me of the old school Dracula. If you actually ever get chased by him, the music that's played while you're chased, it reminds you of that old style Castlevania symphony. The organ music especially. And it's dope. I actually really, when I first got chased by him for the first time, I was like, holy shit, he's fucking scary. It's scary to be chased by him. What? Because this man can morph into a wolf. He can morph into a bat.
That's cool. So they went with like original Dracula,
right? And
rather than like
things about
Hollywood
him,
Dracula.
Exactly. The things about they did the Symphony of the Night Dracula. The things about him, however, though, right, is in his base form, he's able to cast Hellfire. If you've ever played DBD before, his Hellfire ability is basically like Pyramid Head. Now Pyramid Head slashes the ground, that little shit comes up all over the ground, and then his base form is like a Pyramid Head. His wolf form is comparable to Victor with the pounce, the lunges, and then the bat form is comparable to Spirit. When you're in bat form, you can't see survivors, but you can see the scratch marks on the ground. I got into
no clue what any of that means, but
it's all right.
It's DBD.
Yeah, it's DBD. If you know,
just smile and nod, bro. Smile and nod.
Just smile and wave, boys. But he has a lot of features that's actually pretty good. If you get good with him, I could see him being a problem later on. But it was enjoyable for what it is. I just wanted to try it out, especially due to the fact that there is a 2v8 mode. I don't know if you guys already discussed that in the prior.
I don't think so.
Okay, so a couple of maybe last week they released. It was either last week or the week before last. They released a 2v8 mode in DBD. This 2v8 mode means you have 2 killers and you have 8 survivors. With the 2 killers, because they're trying to balance everything, the new killers are not allowed in the game. So the original killers, Trapper, the Huntress, the Trapper, the Huntress, I believe Billy. I believe Billy.
Demon.
No, the one with the chainsaw, Billy. Not Bubba. Yeah, those are the ones. It's like 4 killers that they're allowing to be in this 2v8 mode. 2v8 mode is base power. They don't let you use all of the perks, which is a plus. There's base perks that's for that specific game mode, and it's a lot of fun. The 2v8 mode for me was a lot of fun just because imagine you get 8 people that you know, and you jump into this mode, and it's just fucking chaos. It's just so much shit going on.
Who is Niata-san? Is that who you play with? You were playing that with? Bro,
yes, that one day.
Enjoy that shit way too much, man.
Yo, it was crazy. It was insane. But here you see us playing as Dracula and the Hellfire thing. You could shapeshift from forms. As you see, I'm about to probably shapeshift into the wolf form, and he does a pounce. If you're in the wolf form, you actually can pick up like scent seeds to actually move faster. You can see scratch marks better. You can see blood pools on the ground better. What I loved about Dracula in this, his Mori is fucking incredible. Where if you like, Sin, you know what the Mori is. You kill them when they're on the ground. This Mori that he does is basically slashing your throat, taking out a wine glass, and then basically putting it up under your neck and just drinking your blood and letting you bleed out. It's an execution, and it's phenomenal. I love it. This is the Hellfire that you see. This was a perk that I had on that allowed me to do this.
So that thing is just going off. It's following them.
It's around me. It's around me. So as long as I'm moving around, it's just coming up out of the ground. But I believe that this character that they added to the game is really nice. My only issue with DBD, right? It's not as casual friendly as it used to be. And the reason I say that is with the perks, the amount of killers, the amount of survivors, there's just a lot of information to take in now.
Intense.
It's a lot. It's so much. And I've tried to tell people, like, playing the games like TCM or Killer Clowns, it's easier to get into as a new player compared to trying to play DBD, because right now there's 37 killers. 37.
That's what I was going to ask. Is that just because of it's been around for so long, you think, or is that just because the community has kind of pushed out the new players and it's all the sweats basically?
I wouldn't say the community has pushed out the new players, but any game that has tried to compete with DBD, they can't.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say, is because like I know that their community is rabid. Like when it comes to like other new games that are even in the same vein or wheelhouse as this game, they're just attack it, just like on top of it. Fuck that game. It's terrible. I hate you for liking it. Is
bro, like this game is like if I gave my wife, even my wife has said it, like I tried to get her into DBD. She liked it for what it was, but she told me, she said, why is there so many perks? Like I try every time she gets caught or something happens, she said, well, how did he see me? I'll be like, babe, he had this perk on. She's like, well, why didn't I know about that? I was like, babe, there's over 100 perks. She's like, man, I don't want to play this anymore. Like, right. So for a casual player, it's hard. It's hard to get into games like this.
You know what this is? So this has the same wall to me as something like a Tarkov, right? Like it is a it is, you know, and because it's so brutal that like as a casual player trying to get in, like if you don't know at least a little bit, you are going to get fucked and you are going to get frustrated. Like
you're gonna get frustrated, and then it doesn't help that after you get caught, or if you don't know no better, that's when you get out of the game and everybody's at the screen where the game ends. The community sometimes are brutal. I mean, absolutely. It's like playing League of Legends and looking at the chat. It's horrible. It's so horrible. People be talking all types of dog shit to you. So I'm just like, well, for a casual player to just jump in here and play. But the only reason DBD does so well is because of the loop system, because of the IPs they grab. Games are starting to get to this point where this goes down to Call of Duty, this goes down to Fortnite, they know what they're doing. They're pulling IPs from multiple sources and they're trying to keep their game base. And as long as DBD has the ability to pull killers from movies, TV shows, whatever, they're never gonna
well, it's like Fortnite. Like the Fortnite is like the king of that. Where when it comes to
culture
like,
vultures,
partnering up with other people, like they're doing the same thing with like Tesla, with the fucking Tesla truck these days,
right? Right.
Or Disney with Star Wars and shit. Like as long as they can get popular pop culture like icons into the game, they're gonna continue doing well, and
I
they're gonna
mean,
continue to do well over these other games that are like it. So
they have this one, and then we're covering some of the news that we would have covered, but we're covering it because, you know, obviously we had this footage. They like people that I don't know if it's people, I don't know if it's the DVD community or if it is the other community, but that has been wanting this. But they finally have announced FNAF. So Five Nights at Freddy's and DVD are doing a crossover.
We've been saying that for ages, man. Like us on the podcast, we've been saying like when the fuck are they gonna get Five Nights at Freddy's? Like that seems like the easiest.
And they're gonna do it now. Yep. And the thing is,
the most simplest thing that they could have done to get like new players in Five Nights at Freddy's.
And it's crazy that's the thing, because it's just like, well, oh, I don't want to miss this for you guys. The Maury's coming up, so this you'll be able to actually see the Maury. But what's crazy is, like I said, the amount of like just craziness that DVD has done. Yeah, the wine glass is crazy.
Cool. It's really nice. Yeah,
but they're gonna. I don't think any game can compete with DVD. No matter how many people tried. TCM has tried. Friday the 13th has tried. Monstrum has tried. You got
hell, even
Killer Clowns have tried.
Behavior Studios tried with another fucking game, and it still failed.
They can't compete with the DVD as long as they have the streamer base, especially people that hold thousands of people on Twitch for DVD. It's not gonna die.
Bro,
this game is gonna go on forever.
The streamer base, and once we're done here, we're gonna move on to our news. But the streamer base for this. Like, I don't even want to go as far as Fortnite levels, but because I think that Fortnite's actually not the streamer community. It's almost like a Destiny. It is something where they're like, bro, I play it because it's my game, but I fucking hate this fucking game, dude.
Yo, you'd be surprised how many streamers say that during stream. They're like, you know what? I hate this fucking game, but you know, it brings them their viewers.
Bro. Yeah,
they play this every day.
No different than League, man. We hated League. We still fucking played it,
man. No, I get it. But fuck, dude.
But all in all, the PTB was enjoyable. He takes some work. As you can see, the Hellfire is just like the Pyramid Head thing. It takes some work to kind of get adjusted to him. But he's cool.
I got one question for you.
What's up?
Do you have to say blah 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 whenever you suck the blood? Is that a thing?
I'm not even gonna flex. I did do that a couple of times on stream. I did do that. It was corny, but I did do it. It's an enjoyable PTB. It reminded me of the PTB with Chucky. Like I said it time and time again. Why didn't they add Chucky? And then boom, they added Chucky. So
thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.